Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. We're back at it once again. And it's really good. Welcome back to Princess Tober. Today is day 26. We've done 25 of these, and we've got 6 to go. Today, we've got the unexpected princess, and the unexpected nature of her, I decided, is she's coming out from hiding in a leaf pile and giving you a good spook, a good friendly spook. Because it's good sometimes to get a nice friendly spook. I originally had, let's see how dangerous this is going to be. I had it up there, and I decided lose some of the clarity of what's going on. So now I have her a little bit more centered, giving her room to be popping out of the leaf pile, have more room to draw the leaf pile. She's got some leaves on her, and I think really the tiara should be a leaf. As I get into a more comfortable position. Oh, that's not what I want. That's what I want. So first, let me fix this pencil. And it's going to be... if I can get my leaf shape good. Get it looking so right. That'll do for that. And then in here we'll have a thinner line. Like that. Like that. Like that. Ooh, we can do some fun things in there too. I can already think of some of them that would be good and fun. This whole face situation, I think I just realized what I don't like about it. Let's see about modifying it before we get started. Doing this on the fly. I had plenty of time to do my pre-pro, but it's just sometimes you don't notice something isn't quite working until you're about to start working on it. I think that's a little bit better. And then that means the hands, this whole situation out here has to be bigger also. I think those are our two problems. So that's going to go, whoop. Yeah, that's more accurate, I think. Again, we're eyeballing all of this, so just sort of hoping that it's all going to work out. It's the order of the day. Nope. Yep. It's a little bit wonky, but we'll go with it. Okay. So after some delays, we're ready to get started. We're using our 30 size pen. Give us a little bit more detail. We'll have to be a bit more careful, but that's okay. I mean, it's day 26. We're now experts at drawing. So it's all going to work out great. It's all going to work out great. I think the tiara could be a little bit askew. She's popping out of a leaf pile after all. Speaking of. Do that. And in here, like that. Like that. Like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm always pleased when something turns out to be pretty good. Is that anything? We're getting close to something that's an ear. I think that'll do. Back here. It's got a ponytail. Getting that hair out of her face. We'll see how that treats us. I think that's good. I think that's really good. I don't precisely know what's going on with this little insignia in here. Probably come up with something else, maybe something leaf patterned. It was just for the sake of having something, so it's not just nothing. And sometimes nothing is okay, as demonstrated in yesterday's draw, but we're like right here. More like a garbage sale. Maybe it'll just be a nice geometric pattern in here. Get that Charlie Brown vibe going. This is just very soothing, very sinusoidal. Those two aren't necessarily related to each other, but I teach math, so for me, yes, they are. Gotta find that groove. And then just a little bit down here, like that. Swallowed up by leaf pile. And then in here, right around here is where it's going to be cutting off and changing trajectory. It's got up to this point. It's going to be all sort of bunches up right here. I think these are just, I'm just going to sort of cheat it, fudge it a little bit right here. They're all just going to bunch up and it'll be fine. Let me rotate. Woohoo! It's a good time. It's a real great sport. Good, undo that. Same idea over here. And normally I would say this pattern is maybe a little bit too busy, but she's the unexpected princess, so you gotta have sort of a wah when you see her, and so this is a good wah sort of texture. Fingers spread out a bit. I always struggle with the spread out fingers. It's always a little bit tricky for me. I think this is actually looking pretty okay. This finger's a little bit short. Let me fix that. There we go. YouTube thought my stream was done, but it was just a bad connection for a little bit. So hopefully this is all still the same video. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. This first is a little bit small, so let's fix this up right here. This needs to come more like this. Pinky can be a bit wider, like so. Like so. There we go. This thumb work isn't quite working for me. I think this finger's got to be a bit narrower. Do it like that, and then there's lots of room down here before the thumb comes up. And then this thumb's a bit too... Yeah. Fixing it. Got some bad signal going on. Apologies for that. Got some kind of bad thumb going on, but we'll fix that in a second. Is that just too far down? Yeah, it's too far down. Okay. Why doesn't that look like a thumb? I think this has to kick out further. We're exploring the fun of drawing a human hand. Everyone knows that hands in general are very easy to draw. What makes it so easy? Well, here's the secret. They're just really simple mechanisms, human hands. So it's no trouble to draw them because there's just not a lot going on with them. Now this pinky looks a little bit off. And I'm being picky, but I have time to be picky. Not a lot more complicated business going on here, so. Yeah. Rest of the ponytail. So this comes down like so. Got some movement to it. Now we gotta do a leaf pile. Leaf pile. I think we're gonna have some overlapping business. Like so. So this one's sort of going to peter out down here. Like this. And on all these, we're going to cut back a little bit. Or on some of these, we will. For these interior parts. Yeah. And we're going to see if this is any good, because I don't know yet. It's still a big mystery. I know what I want it color-wise to look like in the end, and it should work out okay. And this is looking pretty good. Let's do a little bit of this. I'm dropping so many frames tonight, I apologize. Hopefully it will be better in the near future. See, this is starting to look like the leaf pile. You know, leaf piles? This is starting to look like one of them. We could just do it like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then up here we've got a leaf flying out. This picture, I'm sure, will also be possibly interpreted as she is jumping into the leaf pile. There's nothing wrong with that. That would also maybe be unexpected that a princess would be jumping into a leaf pile, but the intention is that she is popping out of it. In here, we're just going to do a few indicator leaves so that we're not here all day. You've got things to do. I've got things to do. We've all got things to do. Using a relatively small sample size, I admit, but the coloring should help cover a multitude of sins. So okay, so we got that, we got that, we got that. Sticking up back here, we got another leaf. I think she's got one caught right there in her sweater. Okay. Get rid of these pencils. Let's start down here. So we're going to do this piece first. Include this and this. Anything else? That. And that. Yeah. Yeah. And let's start with a base of this yellow. And then on top of it, we're going to have some of this orange. What do I want? I think I want my rough pencil, my trusty rough pencil. And I want it to be about 2/3 of it covered with this color. And then with my red, I'll cover up a lot of this also. So we got this big patch right here, this patch right here. But I also want some yellow bits still poking through pretty clearly. I'm sort of trying to four-color theorem it and not have any adjacent leaves the same color. I think that's a bit of a traffic log jam. And then a nice brown somewhere in here. Just a few instances of that where it's a bit too, yeah. And then I know I have a tendency on the edges for that to be a bit stale. Right in there, perfect. And then same idea over here. Pick up these. Grab this yellow. Start with that as my base. Go with this orange. Get to work. Basically with this coat, I'm leaving off the things that I don't, what am I saying? I want to fill in the things that I don't want to be yellow. So I might say that I want this leaf to stay yellow, that leaf to stay yellow, that leaf to stay yellow. Some patches in here. Like I want to leave a patch somewhere around here. Yeah. And some red. So you fill in this bit, this part, these. And there I'm going to want some of that brown. And I think that's lovely personally. This one's a bit more heavily orange. Let me bring back a bit of the yellow just to even things out a bit. Yeah. Get rid of my... Yes! Yes, that's what I had in mind. It's very good. Everyone enjoys it. I've spoken with all the children, and they all say it's very good. And we'll have this spill out a bit. then underneath that, we hide this for the moment and we do this biz. Come on, there we go. I think she's going to have the yellow hair tie. Yeah. Hide this again. Then the sweater, we're sort of going to go orange, yellow, red. Is that our truest red? That's our truest red. Okay. Want to make sure. Red. Oh, nope. And that would be unexpected, but and then in here, things get a little bit muddled, but that's okay. I mean, shoot, these would all be good hair colors. Some fun color work. Okay, we got that filled in. Oh, there we go with that. A little bit right here. Perfect. Or close enough to it. Orange. Orange, 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 orange. Sleeves are a bit uneven, but whatever. Who even cares? Not me. It's fine if you care, but if you care, then draw your own. Draw your own. I think that's the message. Not quite that bright. Yeah. Orange. Red. Yeah. Yeah. Eyeballs. Way too big of a G-pen. Where was I using a G-pen that big? I don't know. Is that too big? I have to see it complete before I can be for sure. It's on that borderline case. Could go either way. I don't think so. I think what I need to do is take this and finish it off like that. There we go. And then have I had deep blue eyes? I'm cold princess. I had light blue yesterday. I haven't had that deep blue. And that deep blue, well, I have for the mom princess. That's true. She does sort of look vaguely like the mom princess, but different enough that I'm okay with it. This blue, almost on the edge of being purplish shade. I think it's really good. It's a bit too big. I'm just trying to find that balance. Same idea on this side. Making pretty good time. I think we spent just about the right amount of time on some detail work earlier. 2 days ago, we had too much detail work. Yesterday, we didn't have very much detail work, which isn't a bad thing. But I think we found a good balance with today. We need a background still. Do I want to work on more leaves? I really don't. I think this is pretty good. Just get a background. Get a background. Get a signature, and that's going to do it, I think. So, is this anything? That might be on the right track. Not quite that. What about something like this? Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Okay, so we're going to have this as our base. And then in the background, we're going to come with our rough pencil, super big size, and be like, hey, here's some red. Some orangish red. And then, hey, here's some yellow. And we're going to see if this is any good. Some brown. Don't like the brown. More red. Some orange. What if we drop the opacity? Nope, that's not helping. What if we mix it? Ooh. Ooh, what if we do some of this? And then what if now we do it like that? That's sort of something. What I really want now is with a very low opacity to come in with a shadow and do the brown on the outline maybe. Bring more attention to our unexpected princess. Bump this up a bit. Find that happy balance right around there. If I bring this back, ooh, it looks better than I remembered it. I think we just need a little bit of this in here that we're going to mix in. A little bit more of that we're going to mix in. That's a little faint. Take that. Okay. I just remembered we do want to do some shading like we've been doing. So we take our select only editing layer, we grab these colors and these alone to manipulate. We drop this back down to a reasonable size. Actually, let's use our normal textured pen. This is the color we're editing. Brighten it up. Lay in a pretty thick layer of this one. Like so. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Lighten that up further. Still pretty generous, but narrowing our range just a little bit. Even brighter. Brighter still. This will just be at a few spots. Then ding, twing, twing. Yeah. And then in here, same sort of idea. Just a little bit. Not quite. There's that. There's that. There's that. Signal is back on that struggle bus, as we call it sometimes in the professional biz. The real benefit of this in the background is it gives a sense of motion. So I think I'm going to work a little bit more on that before we call it. And actually, let's put it on the top layer. This may or may not work, but I've got 15 minutes to play. So a new layer. Let's just get a blob of, how do I want it? I want it to be here and here. And we go shoom. Oh my goodness, I love it. I think we need a bit more. I'm going to say before I try this, but if we have something just a little bit like that, yeah, it's not great. It's just all bleeding out. That actually looks cool, but it's not what I'm aiming for. That's a nightmare right there, especially if I do this. No, thank you. Actually, I didn't do it. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't need that in my nightmares tonight. And I just now realized I did do those on the inks layer, but that's okay. It works. In fact, now if I do this, it looks not very good. Okay, good to know. And then last but not least, I think in the leaf pile, we've got to have some sort of movement also. Wrong layer, sir. Yeah. Okay. Last but not least, I sign my dang name. That one. This one. The round one. And 2 of the curvy one. That is day 26 complete. 5 to go. Tomorrow we're doing the Cloud Princess. Do I have a concept for that one yet? I do not. So tune in and we'll have lots of fun doing that. Hold on. I'm gonna not like myself if I don't do this. So I'm going to all the orange layers, or the red layers, I should say. And I've got time, and this is something that I can do, and it'll be super quick. A little bit click heavy right now, but super quick after the click. Nope. And that. We grab our rough pencil. We take our red, we darken it right around there. We see how this do. It's a bit too thick and dense. Let's brush density. I want a new rough pencil. One that won't make me sick. It helps to look at the keyboard, but I'm not really in a position to do that right now. Get some texture on the sweater. Nope, there we go. Set our base right there. Get that. Get that. Just makes it look more, as I've said in the past, more like it's actually a texture and not just fill color. And that's usually not the look you're going for, it's just a fill color. Some of these sections are so small that I don't really care to be that precise, so we're just going to let them hang as is. Drop this one down here. Yeah. Yeah. Same idea for those jeans. Oh, and I didn't do this. This will be the real last thing. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. This time it's really done. Thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, piles of leaves, jump in them sometimes, unless someone tells you not to. Bye.